Australian Olympic champion Ian Thorpe says he believes coronavirus poses a real threat to athlete safety at the upcoming Tokyo Olympics. Our reporter Patrick Murrell is in Melbourne, and Patrick, the former Olympian, is saying that it should actually be the athletes who decide whether or not they want to compete.
Yeah, that's right, Ash. He made these comments at a press conference regarding the religious discrimination bill. In it, he said that if he was travelling to Tokyo as an athlete for the Olympics, well, he would be worried simply because of the rate at which coronavirus is spreading. But ultimately, he says it's a decision up to each individual athlete, and they should consider their own health and safety before making the decision to go. Now, the International Olympic Committee member Dick Pound has told the world that the Games are more likely to be cancelled than postponed if the situation regarding coronavirus does get worse in Tokyo. Japan is continuing with preparations as normal. No decision has yet been made by the Australian Olympic Committee whether it should pull out its athletes ahead of the Games.
Well, I think it is very early in working out what is happening with the coronavirus and the rate of infection. What we'll need to know is to use some of the best, expert disease specialists to find out what is the risk to the team, what is the risk to the other nations.
Would you yourself be concerned?
I would most definitely be concerned. Looking at the infection rate of being 2.5 times what it is for a cold, something like this.
Other major events may be in jeopardy too, things like AFL matches here in Melbourne. If the coronavirus in Australia does continue spreading and gets to a tipping point, then Federal Health Minister Greg Hunt has said the government will step in and cancel those sorts of mass gatherings in order to prevent the spread of infection. In fact, we've already seen a Super Rugby match between the Sunwolves and the Brumbies, which was due to take place in Osaka on the 8th of March, cancelled due to those coronavirus fears. We've seen private hospitals offer to open up some of their wards in case it does get worse here in Australia. We've also seen the government open the doors for flu clinics or fever clinics so people can be triaged and assessed there instead of emergency rooms and hospitals to help stop some of the spread of the coronavirus if it does get worse. The health ministers from around the country will be meeting here in Melbourne tomorrow to discuss coronavirus. And here at the Royal Children's Hospital, we've just heard an update from the CEO and Victorian Health Minister, some worrying cases of racism related to the virus. There's 4 cases here in Victoria where patients have abused staff, like doctors and nurses, requesting different doctors and nurses because of a fear that an Asian appearance staff member might have coronavirus. The health minister has said that attitudes like that are simply unacceptable, and they come from a fear and misinformation about the virus. One staff member was so traumatised by that discussion that she actually had to be put on leave.
Yeah, worrying reports are on a number of fronts. Patrick Murrell live there for us in Melbourne. Thank you.